Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the sound. You guys can hear me, right? Microphone's working. I don't know why the intro and the ad are not throwing volume. That's weird. They're showing volume on OBS. No clue what that's all about. Anyways, literally woke up to the news. So looks like Ryan Silverfield from Memphis is going to be the next head coach. Yeah, you can hear me. That's good. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the intro and the ad. That's really strange. They're both showing volume on this end. That's strange. I think that happened last night too. Oh, there must be something wrong with OBS. Okay, whatever. Yeah, it's listen, Arkansas got passed up. I mean, it's just simple as that. Arkansas got passed up. And it's really, I know, like, man, fans are not happy on X. We got a poll up, and unfortunately we can only have 4 slots. How do you grade this higher? Grade Ryan Silverfield, A, B, C, D, or F, and right now D or F is up 75%. And I would agree. This to me is a D minus higher. This is going to excite nobody. I don't know where the boosters are with this. His name, like, I literally had to crop out a whole new. I did not think they would end up with Ryan Silverfield. Chad Morse part 2 says Leslie. Yeah, no, You remember what we talked about last night? You're going to find out where you're at in the pecking order. Gouish, it looks like he's going to go to Auburn. Summerall's going to Florida. Boy, I don't know about Summerall's another one. I don't know. Maybe he'll do great at Florida. I have no clue. But this kind of it feels like we were also expecting this too. You know, it feels like this really probably shouldn't shock anybody. Hunter Yurchek is your athletic director after all. It's a crying damn shame, man. Now, maybe, and I mean that from the sense of whether or not, like, is it a shock? Wow, holy crap, we just swung and hit a triple or a home run. Of course, we knew that wasn't going to happen. No, that's not what this is, and this is not one that's going to move fans. Ryan Silverfield, listen, everybody has success at Memphis. They are set up to be good in that conference. And he still, like, look at what happened to them this year. They lost to UAB. They did beat South Florida. Oh, okay. Well, he beat Gouish. Okay, cool. 34-31. He beats Rice 38-14 and then goes on a 3-game losing streak, losing to Tulane at home, at Eastern Carolina, and then to Navy. Granted, all their losses are close, but like their best win of the year was South Florida. Sorry, Arkansas, but their best win of the year was South Florida, and that was at home. And they won by a field goal. I mean, okay, cool. They finished 8-4. Like, this is not a guy whose trajectory is going up. Like, I realize he's never had a bad season. His records are he's got a great bowl record. He's finished Memphis ranked in the top 25 twice since being there once since being there full time in 2020. He went 8-3 in 2020, 6-6 in 21, 7-6 in 22. He won 21 games in 23-24. 6-2 in conference both those years. So, 12 conference wins and 4 losses there. And then this year he's finishing 500. Not his worst because he does have a couple 3-5 conference records. He's overall 50-25, 27-21 in conference. He's never won in the American Athletic Conference. He's never won there. He's never won the regular season. This guy is he's a try-hard, no doubt. Okay, he's a try-hard, and he does. I'll give him this: like, he's winning with the talent that he has. But here's the thing: if you listen to anyone that talks about that conference, Memphis is the most talented team and has been in that conference for like a hot minute. Like, there's a reason why they are knocking on the door of being a P4 program, even though the Big 12 turned them down. Like, you know, like they have – it's almost like Shiloh Christian. If you guys are familiar with Shiloh Christian here in Springdale, I'm not going to go into, you know, they recruit other high schools and players and all this. Well, we're not getting into that. But, like, what were they forever? Like 3A high school football? While they had, like, the best staff and they had some of the best players from the area, that's what it's like. For anyone who's familiar with that, you know, now they've bumped up. They're no longer – I think they were 3A or 2A forever because they are a private Christian school. But that's kind of – I guess that's the closest comparison that at least comes to mind. Keep in mind, I've been up for about 30 minutes. But it's just like, yeah, you're expected to win there because Memphis is – you know, they're one of the top dogs in that conference. In terms of recruiting, at least that's what I've read, what people have said. So, I mean, again, I thought we were over. I did not think I'm going to be honest. I didn't think that. I thought Womack would get the option over Silverfield. Like, I did not have a Silverfield cutout ready to go anymore. I had deleted whatever I had because I really didn't think that was an option. I should have known better. I should have remembered that Hunter Yurchak is the athletic director at Arkansas. X is furious. People on X are just not happy. This was from Matt Zenitz as of an hour ago. Can I even share my screen? Can I do that? Is OBS going to let me do that? It's already not letting me play sound on some of these clips. Let's see here. Let's see if this works. Here we go. This is Matt Zenitz. Tell me if you guys can. Well, I guess I have to look at the screen, so I can't read chat. But these are the responses, and this is Arkansas is targeting Memphis's Ryan Silverfield to be its new head coach. And, again, that's from CBS Sports. Here's some of the responses. There's Dustin. There's our boy. You're going to get fired. Redacted says all that smoke for this looks more like incompetence now. This is, yeah, I mean, Arkansas is the worst program in the SEC. I mean, no one – I'm telling you, man, and this is not media-driven. I don't know why. People love to blame the media for everything. This is not media-driven. This is he's ending the season on a 3-game losing streak, and he's failing upwards. Arkansas is never going to be back. I don't know if that's a Hog fan, probably, yeah. I mean, you could read what they're saying here. Hogball, all ball says, blank and trash, fire Hunter Yurchak. I'm so pissed. I'm canceling 247, canceling everything. I'm absolutely done with Arkansas football. Well, first off, I don't know what good that does Arkansas to cancel 247. I mean, they're doing the same thing everyone else is doing. They're reporting what everyone else is reporting, and it did look like it was Gouish, but we know now that he has passed Arkansas up at the moment, unless something changes. As a neutral party, listen to this. This is horrible. Maybe as bad as it could get for Arkansas. Can't win with the top resources in the AAC. See that? I'm not the only one. This is what I keep reading right here. How the blank is he going to win at Arkansas? Catastrophically bad. Fans won't let this happen. This is bad, man. I mean, this is every comment. Is this one, why fire Hunter Yurchak? He has no control of money or boosters. And listen, that is fair. What Joe Stone says here is fair. It's hard to raise money if it's true what's been reported that that everybody has their own camp. I guess I should say that every camp has its own coach that they want. But at the same time, Hunter's got to unite these guys. Got to get them on the same page. Got to raise the funds. And other than the reseeding at Bud Walton Arena, which has reportedly generated $10.5 million, I don't know what else they're doing. They say they've got that, $45 million put together or whatever. That's what people keep saying. But I mean, I guess it's a valid argument, but at the same time, this still comes down on Hunter. There's no other way to look at it. I mean, look at this. This is a big blank you to Arkansas fans. Wolf, absolutely not. We riot. Wow. I mean, I haven't read one positive comment on this. Wow. I mean, Boy, Razorback Randy's just not having it, huh? You stupid God. You stupid blanking moron talking about Hunter. It can't get any worse for Arkansas. So, I mean, you get the gist of it. This just ain't it, man. Hunter has, this is a botched, this is not a good hire. At least for the fans at the moment. I don't know, man, if you give him resources, but here's the problem. It sounds like he had resources to compete in that conference. It sounds like Silverfield had the resources. And you got to remember, this is not SEC. This is the American Athletic. The American standings. They finish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're tied for 6th place behind North Texas, Tulane, Navy, South Florida, and Eastern Carolina. ECU, you know. I guess it wouldn't look as bad if he hadn't lost his last 3 games. But even then, it's like this just, you know, this has never been in the beginning, I saw the pros and what we didn't understand about Memphis, you know, in the infancy of this coaching search. I think a lot of people are, well, okay, Silverfield wouldn't be terrible. But then as the season unwound and you start doing a little bit of digging, it's like, oh my God. I mean, he's got all these resources and he can't even win his own conference? Gouish going to Auburn just feels like, I don't know. Yeah, I would have taken, I'm going to be real. I think I would take Womack over this. I just would. Maybe they do that. At least with Silverfield, I feel like you know what you're about to get. You know that this is going to be a 2 to 3 year deal and he's out. Like that's what this feels like. With Womack, who knows, right? Maybe he does what some of you want him to do and keeps Petrino and keeps KJ Jackson. And I'm not saying Silverfield won't keep Jackson. Who knows, right? But at least with Womack, you feel like the defense is probably going to improve, that he would have resources. He actually has an upward track in terms of coaching outside the fact, I mean, yeah, he won 10 and then he won 7 as a head coach at South Alabama. But like, again, did they have the financial support that Memphis has had? And you look at what South Alabama was before Womack took over, and the same thing with Gouish at USF. And USF has resources too, by the way. They've got resources. Their NILs, they're churning, man. I don't know how that fit's going to work at Auburn. I don't know. It felt like an upgrade for Arkansas. I guess that would be an upgrade for Auburn because they're kind of similar, and yet Auburn's still better. Overall, I mean, look, Arkansas, this is the other side of it that we have to understand. I'm with you guys that Hunter Yurachek, this is botched. This is either a screw it, I'm leaving to go work the front offices at the SEC or whatever, I'm leaving kind of hire, or this is just simply, it could be both, right? He just got schooled. He got taken to task by these other programs, and Jimmy Sexton did whatever he wanted with Hunter. And I fully believe that's, you know, part of what happened here. The other side of it is Arkansas, and I know people kept telling me in yesterday's video in the post-live comments that, well, Hunter checks the reason why we're so bad. Okay, Jeff Long did hire Brett Bielema, and that didn't work out, and that really, as far as like the hirings go, that's kind of where it started, where things weren't headed in the right direction, and then you're left with, you know, an interim AD to help hire Chad Morris, and then you bring in Jeff Long, who brings in Sam Pittman. Arkansas is in a situation right now where it is truly not a desirable job in any measure. It's just not desirable. All this talk about all the billionaires that live up here, all the boosters here in Little Rock, Central Arkansas, all that is, I mean, I don't even know why we talk about it anymore. I really don't. I really don't know why we even, like, until those dollars stop being hypothetical, until oh boy, they've got Walmart and all these vendors and all this stuff, and I've talked about it, and it is there, but until they do something, why even bring it up? This is not a desirable job, and nobody's doing a damn thing to change it. Hunter Yurchek's not doing anything to change it. The boosters are not doing anything to change it. The fans are doing their part. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear the fans aren't doing their part. The passion is still there because they're furious about this hire. I'm not saying that they're justified. I don't know. I've given up trying to predict what a head coach could do, but what we do know is Silverfield did not do think about how long that guy's been there. Full time, he's been there for 6 seasons. Never won the conference, and he's underachieved. He's only finished ranked once. 2019, he was an interim. Remember, I think he coached the bowl game after Norvell left for Florida State. Memphis is like a springboard school in the sense that they have the resources that no one else in that conference really has. So of course they're gonna do it. So like if he's gonna end, with the kind of year that he had this year, what the hell makes you think that he's gonna come in here and do something great? I don't know. Maybe he's well connected and he can put together a good staff. I don't want to. I'm just not the kind of guy that's gonna write somebody off before at least seeing what they do next. Assuming he is the guy. And it sounds like, again, ESPN's reporting this. Looks like On3 is reporting this. The fans are doing their part, man. It's just everybody else letting them down. I mean, that's just the way this feels. As long as I've been doing this, man, this is another world. Radio, I don't know how the hell you do 3 hours of radio 5 days a week and then, games on the weekend. I don't know how those guys, I don't know how they do it. Tommy Kraft, Ty Richardson, I'll even talk about Chuck and Bo. I don't know how they do it. But now, like it's a separate world, but it's a similar world that I work in. And it's like, I was so excited for at least a Gouish or a Womack because then like who knows what those possibilities really are. And I do think Gouish I do think Gouish would have been a better hire. But we still don't know that at the end of the day, but that would have been exciting. That would have been fun to talk about. And maybe Silverfield's going to prove us all wrong. Maybe he's going to prove me wrong. I don't know. But I don't know. It's really hard to like get excited about this. I mean, I guess it is what it is, man. In Arkansas football, I don't know where, I'm 42, and if I had to guess, they're going to be in the same spot. They're going to be in the same spot by the time my kids are my age. I don't know. Neither of my daughters give a damn about sports, but it's just unfortunate. I don't know. I'm going to read some more of your comments here. I do appreciate everyone for being here. Make sure you like, share, hit the subscribe button, take the poll. Grade Silverfield as a hire. You guys have him down as a D or an F at 65%. 22% of you are probably a little bit more. You're probably not just waking up to this and you're not as reactionary to it as some of us are, and you're trying to be level-headed. And listen, that's fair. 21% of you say it's a C hire. I think it's a D higher, maybe a D minus, D plus higher, somewhere in there. It feels like we already know what we're in for with Silverfield. Is that writing him off? No, it's based on what resources he had compared to the rest of that conference and what he wasn't able to do there. Eric Morris would have been better, but they were scared to hire another Morris. That could have been it, says Benny Boy. I don't know. That could have been it. I would have taken it. Eric Morris, I would have taken him over Silverfield. And that's just such a good hire for Oklahoma State. Like, it just is. I guess now we wait on Lane Kiffin. We wait on what's going on there. It looks pretty solid that he's going to LSU. We're just waiting for an official release from the schools. Protest starting at noon today in front of the Jones Center. Why not in front of the am I forgetting something? Why not if you're going to do that, not that I'm saying that you should. I'm not going to stop anyone, I'll tell you that. Why wouldn't you do it in the north end zone? Am I missing something? Why wouldn't they do that in the north end zone parking lot? Isn't that what they did when Houston Nut and all that stuff about his cell phone records were released, and all those people went to the north end zone and protested. If you guys are going, I might go. I just want to film it. I might even go live if y'all are really going to do it. If they're for real, I'll go. I'll be there. Memphis is riding a 3-game losing streak. I know. Let's hire the Memphis coach, says Bill Williams. Hey, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. I'm curious about these why my intro's not playing music. Anyways, yeah, so we're of course the university won't release anything until tonight. Let me double check what they're doing. I appreciate all the retweets on X, by the way. We were tagged with for anyone wondering how they can voice their displeasure with the athletic department, his office number is listed below. I mean, that's a public number. 479-575. Hey, that was my old phone number, 575 when I lived in South Fayetteville. 575-00 blank 4. 575-7641. That's a public number. I mean, that's the office number. As long as you're not, let's not go too crazy. Let's not we're not doxing people. We're not doing that horse shit. But listen, if you want to go protest, I mean, I'm not going to stand in your way, and I'll come record you. How about that? I'll come film it. I'll be there if they're serious about that. I don't know what good it would do you. I really don't. Unless I don't know. Maybe they. You would think, as a board of trustee member, as a chancellor, as the athletic director, the absolute rage that's happening right now on Hog Twitter. And I realize Hog Twitter is not the entire fan base. I don't know of anyone who's excited about this hire. I mean, my phone was blowing up this morning from people who are not on social media, don't give a damn about it, and they hate this. You would think that would force them to reconsider and then just go after Womack. I feel like more people would be on board with Womack. I just do. Or I don't know, do another search. Figure it out. But it feels like it's too late. And I think they know that. And I think that's why they took Silverfield. Silverfield reportedly wanted the job. I'm getting blown up right now. So, yeah, you would think that this would stir them to action. Like, look, Arkansas fans are not liking this at all. Arkansas fans are not liking this. And while it might be compared to the rest of the state, to the 3+ million people that live in this state, the few thousand people on X that are not happy about it. Again, I don't think anyone's thrilled about this. I don't think anyone's excited. I don't think anybody wants this. I don't know. And I mean, clearly you guys don't. D or F is 67% right now on the poll. Let me go to the fan funding. I should have made this a call-in show. Holy cow, we got a bunch of super chats. Let me read these. Trey leaking Gouish last week, then he did it again this morning. He cost us Gouish. I don't know about that. I mean, it was. Oh, you're talking about Trey Schapp. My bad. I thought you were talking about Trey Biddy. I was like, well, not Trey Biddy. He only reported that Trey Schapp had leaked that. This should show the boosters. This is from Boss Hog 1619. Again, that was Titan Pig. Boss Hog 1619 says this should show the boosters and the board of trustees that Hunter Yurchak is in over his head. Hunter really doesn't know how to hire people. At least for football, he's definitely dropped the ball. I agree with that. Protest begins at noon at the Jones Center. Again, I just don't know why this is the most united I've seen our fan base. Silver lining, says Eagle. According to 247 Sports, protest today, Jones Center at noon. And solid 3-game. This is TS. That was go, Tay, go. And this is TS 4426 with the $2 super chat. Solid 3-game losing streak to end year for Silverfield. Yeah. Appreciate the super chats. It's disappointing. Like I don't know how else to put it. And I hope we're all wrong if this is the hire. And I hope that he's great. But I don't know how to get excited for this. As I said, last week, I don't know if he's a realistic. It was probably a couple weeks ago. If he's a realistic, if this is happening, what I said then was if he's a realistic target, I don't know how anybody gets excited for Silverfield. And you're seeing that unfold right now. Someone needs to do. Oh, whoa, no. Hey, Johnny, that's way too far, my guy. No, sir. Dude, get that out of here. We do not call for things like that. That's absurd, man. If it comes out that Ryan yeah, I think the poll should have been, would you have rathered Petrino for another year? Would you have rathered Petrino for an interim season than this? I think I could confidently say I would. Yeah, I would. I would take a Petrino interim year to get your shit straight, to fire your athletic director, all right? Because this has got to come down from the top, from the tippity top. Fire Hunter, get rid of him, hire Petrino for an interim year, go get you some one-and-done NIL players, because that's all anyone is anyways, and take the year to find the right damn coach, because I don't think Silverfield is it. I know we're over Petrino. I know that there are people in Discord, Austin and a couple of other people, very vocal. They don't like Petrino. I would take an interim year of Petrino. And, yeah, he may not want that unless you give him some kind of a good short-term contract. I don't know. Maybe that's not realistic, but by God, you try. Maybe they did. I don't know. Runner Road says, I said that, give Bobby Petrino for 2 years. Yeah, sign him to a 2-year deal. And say, look, if you get a full offseason to recruit, to hit your portal the way you want to. Of course, I think he kind of did anyways this last year, to be honest with you. But, you get to assemble your staff on defense. You get to assemble now you've got more money to play with because apparently we have these hypothetical dollars, and we're going to sign you to a 2-year deal because I don't know that he's going to sign up for a 1-year deal. But you make the buyout extremely low, and you tell him you get to prove it. You get to prove it. Otherwise, we're going to be out looking. But you get a chance to prove it. And I don't know. Head coach probably wouldn't sign that. It's probably crazy. It's probably batshit crazy to do something like that. But I don't know of schools that are lining up to hire him as a head coach in the P4. In P4, I don't know of schools that are lining up to hire him. I could be crazy. I bet they like Petrino now, says Malik A. I'm telling you, brother. I bet they do. This is an obvious you swung and miss on everybody hire. That's what this is. You swung and miss on everyone, so here's Silverfield because he wanted the job. Bulldog Mississippi says, congrats, Hogs. Thought y'all were getting Gouish. Crying in my morning beer. Oh, hell. I haven't even had breakfast, man. I woke up to my phone exploding. This man's crying in his morning beer. Make sure you guys share. Well, I'm seeing some names I haven't seen in here in a while. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome back. Dylan Bray says, why even fire Sam early in the season to hire Silverfield? Such a waste. There's the $1 million question. Would you have rather keep Pittman or hire Silverfield? Boy, that actually is kind of tough. Silverfield is Pittman 2.0. Drumline Rolla says this just shows me they not gone put money into this program with this hire. Words of a true poet. Wise words from a prophet. Because he's right. You fired Pittman for this, dude. You fired Pittman how many games into the year again? How many weeks ago? To hire Ryan Silverfield. It just looks so bad. The program is it's in the shitter, and Hunter's just not the guy to pull him out. You don't have to be there forever. You don't. Arkansas, again, we said it earlier. You can't talk about the money until they actually do something about it. But that's the craziest part is there's powers that can prevent this from turning into an absolute. I mean, I don't know. Again, maybe we are overreacting a little. I don't know. I feel like it's pretty justified. I just. And I get to that there are people out there who they don't like sliding into that realm of just like, wow, this is bad. You know, like they don't want to slide into the this is an absolute like negativity town, right? Like they're so opposed to it that they won't even admit. They're going to try and work Silverfield. And I guess that's what we're going to try to do. I don't know. I guess that's what Tim and Travis and we're going to try and figure out how this works. And we're going to talk through it and try and figure it out. Jeez. It makes me wonder how Hunter Yurchek ever landed Muss. That's a very good point, Prue. That's a very good point. I mean, because that was a great find. It was a good hire. It was a great hire. Pulled Arkansas out of the mediocrity, can't advance, shit that we had seen post Nolan. 2000s were such a letdown. He could blank up a cup of coffee. If it's really Silverfield, why not hire Gruden instead? At least he is entertaining, says Chance Womack. Yeah. Arkansas is better than you think, says Ty. No way the administration is so out of touch with this fan base that they thought fans would monetarily support this hire after complaining about not having the resources under Pittman. Ty, mediocre would be an upgrade for Arkansas football. That's what I'm saying. I mean, that is the reality of the situation. Arkansas football is in such a bad place, and this is I don't think this is the hire. I don't know, man. Timu coach got it for 70% off. That is the other question: is what they're paying him. Because I swear to God, if they're paying this man 8.5, whatever was reported that they were going to offer Gouish, and you put yourself in a situation where you're stuck with him, oh boy. DEI hire says, yeah. Hate Gruden, but I'd take him at this point. Text messages and all. Lord, this is as out of touch as Dallas trading Luka to. Oh yeah, fire Nico. Now we fire Yurchek. Watch Silverfield turn us down. No, all the reports were he wanted the job. And I never really got that from Gouish. I never heard that Gouish had accepted the job, or that was rumored for like a day and it went away. Silverfield, I've heard this since day one. This man wants the job. I hope you're right. I hope he turns the job down. Thank you. We'll just go get Womack or we'll hire Petrino for a year. My white pants have more of a chance after this Taco Bell than we do with this hire. I just realized YouTube changed my name. Yeah, that's Boss Hog. There it is. I should have read the rest of your comment. Yeah. Musk literally called every university looking for a job. Okay, yeah, whatever. Hunter Yurchek hired him. I mean, whatever. Hard, a true. I think some of you guys are using the voice to text feature on your phones, and it's really hard to read. I think he's trying to say hire a true value coach means NIL money is going to be true value to non-existent. Yeah, Randy, I think you're probably right. If fans aren't excited about this, again, maybe he does get the financial support. Maybe this is the name that all the boosters are willing to support. Maybe that's why they ended up going with Silverfield. We don't have the rest of the context. And listen, that still doesn't do much for me. That still doesn't excite me. Because again, we've seen what this man can do with top resources in a lesser conference. Well, compared to the rest of that conference, I realize Memphis is not going to compete with the Alabama, Ohio States, Georgias of the world. But you know what I mean? In that conference, he had top-notch dollars. And yeah, he won some games because he's supposed to win those games, but he couldn't win the conference. And again, he ended the year with a 3-game losing streak. It's just there's nothing to get excited about here. I have no idea what he does. Again, if he is the guy, then you've got to just wish him the best and hope the support's there. But it's going to be really, really challenging, I think, for boosters to get behind this guy. Because look at the fan reaction. I mean, they're talking about protesting here in an hour. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if anyone's going to actually show up or not. It's about a 35-minute drive for me, so I'd have to leave like at 11:30 to get there, just to see. Not saying I would participate with everybody. I'd want to film it and see what everyone's doing and talk to some people. Yeah, Bo Mattingly did tweet, "This is accurate. Press conference expected Thursday." So we'd heard the Thursday rumor yesterday. Boy, Trey Schapp. Oh, my God. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of people not super thrilled with him. A lot of people catching some heat on Twitter or on X. Auburn has made the hire official of Gouish. Man. Yeah, a lot of people just. Trey Biddy posted on Twitter. I mean, like, literally, I have not seen one positive comment, text message, phone call, message board post, X, anywhere. And I'm right there, too, just stunned. God dang, man. There's a rumor. I mean, is it a rumor? I guess we could look it up. Silverfield was undefeated against Alex Gouish. That was from SEC Mike responding to the Trey Biddy post on X. Man. Trey Schapp needs to stick to sales. Yeah. Bobby Bones said he's leaving Fayetteville. Did he really? Did he really? Didn't he take credit for getting Gouish here? What happened, Bobby Bones? What happened, man? Yeah, he did. He posted it. He sure did. Bobby Bones leaving Fayetteville today seems like a good time to do so. Natives are restless. Woo pig. I mean, I don't call for anyone to harass the guy in public, but I mean, you should. I mean, as often as you like to throw shit at people on X, Bobby Bones, you're going to catch it right back, especially when you're trying to take credit for a hire that didn't happen. I feel like everyone today they're mad at they want to blame everyone and point fingers and scream and yell, and I get it, but I don't know that it's just kind of feels hopeless right now, right? It just kind of feels like, man, nothing's ever going to change. You're stuck here, and I hope that's not the case. Where is hip hop? Ty, the real question: Are you gonna cover UCA Harding? No. I mean, I'm one guy responsible for these shows. Keeping up with the Razorbacks is enough of a headache. In Arkansas fashion, we'll lose Silverfield to Ole Miss and end up with a grad assistant. Well, hopefully at that point you're in on Womack. I mean, listen, Bo Mattingly is saying that they're going to make the announcement on Thursday. They're acting as though this is absolutely a done deal. I don't know if he's actually. It's not been reported that he signed anything yet, but I mean, everyone's pointing in that direction, or everything is pointing in that direction. That you're going to end up with Silverfield. This is where you're headed. Hogzilla says that's incorrect. What is Hunter's job is to unite donors. Well, yeah, I said that earlier. It's on him to. Yeah, I mean, I said as much. Hire credible coaches. Hire a recruiting and evaluation team, like all of the other SEC teams. He dropped the ball on NIL, touchdown club, etc. Okay. Well, you must have missed the beginning of the show. Silverfield is probably shocked he got hired. Yeah. Arkansas's burned $49 million on bad coaches to become the worst team in the SEC since 2017. Yurchek. I'm not going to read the rest of that. We asked for a change. I think we all regret it now. Well, no. Listen, Hull. They need to walk away from Sam Pittman. That was the right move. And considering the amount of time that they've had, this is what you end up with. And people are, I mean, they have every right to be as, they have every right to voice their concerns, their issues. Holy crap. Yeah, I'm getting more text about this. I'm getting text about this protest. Ty just got on. What's going on with hiring a head coach? Well, they're hiring Nick Saban, Charles. I'm just kidding. They're hiring Silverfield from Memphis. That's what's happening. It's what has been reported. It's not super official yet, but I've never felt more hopeless in an administration in my life, no longer putting money or support down until the entire house is cleaned. Hey Ty, how does Arky 56 feel? Well, he's on his way to church, I would imagine right now. That's actually a really good question. He hasn't called me yet. No text messages, so he's got. Good Lord, do I need to check if he's alive? I would call him, but you know what? I've got him on. I've got Pops on Life 360. Let me see if I'm not going to report where he's at here, but I'm just going to see if he's. Yeah, he's doing something. He's up moving around. Wait a minute. He's at the protest. He's in front of the Arky 56 is at the protest. What is he doing? I'm kidding. He's not. Thoughts on Silverfield? He would never call in if I did a call-in show. He would never do that, but we could always trick him and call him and then put it on speaker. No, I wouldn't do that to him. Thoughts on Silverfield? We'll see what he says. We'll see what Arky56 says. I don't think he's going to like it. Texas Boss Hog says, no, Ty. Arky56 doesn't know yet. Let him live his blissful happiness a little while longer. Wow, there's someone on their way to the protest as we speak. Did you hear that? Did you hear that car pass? Good God. You had me, says call me, sir. I did, didn't I? Arky56 for head coach. Yeah. You know what he's going to do? He doesn't know I'm live. He's going to call me. And then maybe I will put it on. What if Bobby Petrino leads the protest? I don't think that's going to happen. Where's Hip Hop says, Vandy is 10-2. Shit is wild right now. I'm afraid we are the new Vandy. Yeah. Taiwan Porter says, I guess fans not being in the stands is the answer to getting subpar coaching hires. Well, I mean, the fans showed up this year. They didn't in that last game because it was wet, cold, and no one wants to watch two shitty teams. I'm sorry, one shitty team, one really, really shitty team play. Mizzou's overrated. I'm sorry. Pittman is at the protest. How can you turn this chicken shit into a chicken salad? Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? I wish I was in Fayetteville. I would definitely go protest this BS. Yeah, I'm not going to stand in anybody's way. I probably wouldn't. I'm not going to participate. I definitely want to watch. Well, guys, we're heading to the AAC, says Joe Roberts. Dylan Clemens says, who knows? Silverfield might come in and surprise us all and build a winner. I mean, that's – listen, I don't want to write off the possibility that he might be able to have some success here. He might be at least an upgrade to Pittman, maybe. But again, it's just when you look at what he wasn't able to do at Memphis. Yeah, he won games. Again, in 22 and 23, he won 21 games combined. That is great. But that's kind of the expectation at Memphis. They are very well, financially blessed when it comes to, in comparison to the rest of that conference, just as is South Florida. And it just sucks that Dan Mullen took that UNLV job a year ago, and it just sucks. Or for this year, I should say. I think he would have taken the job had he not had a head coaching job. I think he would have taken it. I don't know. I mean, yeah, Arkansas is not in a great place, but I mean, I think if anyone has the confidence that he could build something, I think Mullen has the confidence that he could do it here because he did it at Mississippi State. He won games at Florida until fans just stopped liking him and, some of the drama with recruiting. And But that was my guy from day one, and the 0.0 looks as real as ever. I mean, really, I've always thought that was, they weren't going to get Mullen. I've said since day one after he posted that, it's over. Yeah, I have read that Memphis fans are excited. I did see that. Yeah, that's when you know you've made a great hire. When the fans that you're hiring the head coach from that school, when you're reading, thank God, he's leaving. That's a great sign that you're headed into the. See, that's what I'm talking about, man. I just, again, who knows? I don't want to write him off like it's already done, like he's not going to win here, but you just feel like you know what's coming. I will never buy another ticket to the Hogs. Well, I mean, yeah, and a lot of people are going to say that, and if he does put a good product on the field and they find ways to win games, then, then maybe I think fans will buy in, and that's what sucks. That's what sucks about this. Like, Silverfield's going to have to come in and convince people. Instead of it being the other way around, where, like, you're all in based on the hire. No one's all in on this. He's going to have to come in and prove himself. That's not the kind of hire fans were looking for. That's not the kind of hire you're looking for a guy to be excited about, to get excited about, that you feel like, damn, and I think Franklin would have been that. Mullen would have been that. I realized Rhett Lashley, did they end up winning yesterday? I didn't even get a chance. I know they were struggling with Cal. I think they pulled it out and won. But I know they didn't have the kind of year that SMU wanted. No, they lost. Okay, damn. I saw they took the lead and Cal came back and won. Okay, Cal was leading, and then I think SMU took the lead back late, and then Cal. So, yeah, okay. So they finished 8-4. Damn. Okay. But I still think I would have preferred this over Silverfield. I'm just saying. Yeah. Arizona State head coach made a post about it, congratulating Ryan. Well, I mean, yeah, they're probably friends or something. Yeah, SMU lost. That's crazy. I thought they'd, in the last minutes of that game, I thought they took it. Hold up. War Machine is saying Arkansas hired Gouish. Oh, man. I So we're getting. No, he's not saying they hired Gouish. He's quote tweeting this Barstool guy, Liam. I don't know who this guy is. Liam Blutman. That sounds like a made up name because everyone at Barstool. It's hard to take any of these guys serious. Gouish and Arkansas had an agreement behind closed doors, and Arkansas decided to leak it and blow everything up. Who is to say he follows through and signs anyway? But this was an hour ago, or this was this is at 10:42. So who is to say he follows through and signs anyway? But this created fury and distrust, completely ruined what would have been a great hire for the Hogs. So has Liam doubled down on that? He also tweeted, "There is zero reason for Yurachek to keep his role at Arkansas." I agree with that. See if he said anything else. The Kiffin decision being postponed obviously had ramifications elsewhere. Gouish and Summerall were the two biggest priorities for the Ole Miss job. They had interest. They can't wait any longer. Yeah, so, and then he also tweeted 43 minutes ago, Arkansas fans are livid in organizing protests. Here we go. I'm going to retweet that. Yeah, so they're not reporting. They're just saying that maybe there's still a possibility. So you're telling me there's a chance. It's that Dumb and Dumber meme. They said that about Summerall at Florida, that he was upset about them leaking that he was interviewing, but he's still signing with Florida. Yeah, I don't know. Trey Biddy got bumped by CBS Sports. I'm glad everyone has joined my Fire Hunter Club. I'm founding member since he extended Sam. That's justified. Yeah. I mean, being mad since then is justified. That buyout was silly. I'm leaving Little Rock now to make the protest. Y'all hold up. Yeah, if it's happening, if we get pictures, that's what I'm saying. If we get people verifying that there are people there, I will go. I'll be there. I'm not seeing any pictures yet posted. Yeah, Bo Mattingly, again, if you're just joining, Bo Mattingly did say, and I've never seen him confirm something like this before, this is accurate. Press conference expected Thursday talking about Silverfield. Okay, we have for those in NWA wanting to show their disapproval of this hire in a civil way. This is from Easton May, so thank you for saying that, Easton. There's an event starting right at noon in front of the Jones Center, 1229 Meadow Street in Fayetteville. Bring everyone. It won't hurt them until it hurts their pockets. Share, share, share. See, things like this catch steam, and then like 5 people show up. I mean, I've seen it with, but something tells me, because everybody is reporting this. Sidelines Arkansas is reporting it. Fans are showing up to protest Silverfield. Holy cow! All right, I'm going to end this because I think I am going to head down there. If you're in NWA, if you're in, Fayetteville, Springdale, Lowell, Rogers, Bentonville, come on down. I think I'm gonna go down there. I might have to stop and grab something to eat because I have not eaten, as I literally was up about 40 minutes before I went live. But at the end of the day, this is disappointing. If they don't, let's say that this comes through, right? Let's say they listen to the fans and they back off Silverfield. Who do you want that's available? Now we know Gouish is off the table. Summerall is off the table, it sounds like. Nothing's super official even with those guys. But who do you want that could be, a viable option for Arkansas? Do you want Petrino for an interim year? Do you want Womack? Do you want I don't know. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head right now. Someone who is a realistic choice. Who do you want? Addison Brooks says, I'm going to be hungover after today. You're an Ole Miss fan. Oh, yeah. Sorry. You're right. Lane Kiff. I'm sorry. My bad. Lane, that drama. You guys got your own thing you're doing. I'm sorry. We're so stuck in our world. So right now, we're going to end the poll. Grade Ryan Silverfield. 64% of you say it's a D or an F. I'm actually surprised it's not higher than that, but I would have thought like 80% of you. So some of you still have some hope that it's not that bad. Getting a lot of Womack and Petrino in chat. Keep us informed, Ty. I'm gonna, if there's people there. Yeah, see, my hair's a mess. Oh my goodness. If there's a bunch of people there, I will go live. And we'll experience this together. So that's it. Otherwise, if nothing happens, I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with Travis and Tim or one of them, 6:30 for the Monday Night Light live show. Now, if Arkansas officially hires Silverfield, if something happens, because it sounds like it's going to be Thursday, I don't know if I'm going to go live because we've already basically covered it. Again, assuming it's Silverfield. But if there's anything else, anything that breaks, we'll be here to cover it. I want Kane Womack, says Boss Hog. A lot of Womack. A lot of people saying they like Womack, and I'm right there with you. Over Silverfield, yeah. All right, I am going to play the Patreon, or I'm going to play the Patreon scroll. I don't think the sound is working. Again, that's something I'm going to have to work on, but figure out why it's not working. But anyways, at least you could see the names. So shout out to all these are the October members. If you want to sign up for Patreon, help support your boy, please consider joining Tusk Talk with Ty Patreon. Shout out to Direct Service Overhead, the Garage Door Company. Same-day services, quality parts, affordable outcomes, better than best results. 501-244-3667. Again, that's Direct Service Overhead, the Garage Door Company. Free estimates, quality parts. You're having trouble with your garage door in the evening, you're getting home late from work, give them a call. They'll be there. Again, that's in Central Arkansas. So shout out to Travis Ford and the boys over at Direct Service Overhead. I'll see you guys maybe here in a little bit. Maybe I'll see you down there at the protest. So you guys have a good one, and I'll see you when I see you.